I remember once I was in Houston, and there was the Houston Improv. And it's pretty much a black club. Like, it's mostly black comedians go there, and the clientele for the Houston Improv is mostly black people, Texas black people. And so I went and did a weekend there, and it was a lot of my fans, but it was a lot of folks that just come to the Improv. So I could see in their faces that they don't know me. And there was this one table of people, they were dressed like it's Easter, like beautiful clothes, you know? And this woman in like a robin's egg dress and just beautiful makeup, this black woman. I was doing this bit about pedophiles, one of the many pedophile bits. I don't remember which one. It was the thing about that they should make very realistic dolls of children for pedophiles to fuck. And she was just like literally putting her hands up like, please don't. And I looked at her with love, with sympathy. I was really playing here. And somehow, I don't remember what the moment was, but there was a moment in the bit where she went, I get it. And then she started to laugh. And I felt this relief. I think she would rather not have had the experience at all. But I don't know. I just love that so much. Yeah. So I love doing that so much. And then now I have a bit that she's part of, that her resistance helped me find all of the round edges to the bit and all of the angles. You know what I mean?
That's one of the most fascinating things about comedy, is that you really need the audience to develop it.
You need them.
You can't do it in a vacuum.
No, it is the one art that the audience is your horn. That's your fucking instrument. Yeah, fun. And there's bits that I do that I'm like, I don't want to do this to them. I don't want to feel this feeling, because I've fashioned them so well and had so much great collaboration with different kinds of you're gonna love this. And I always crest over the wave to some audience that they just stare at me like, what are you talking about? And I go, oh yeah, that's right. This is
a fucked up subject.
This is a fucked up thing to be talking about. And then they with it, like a panicking person with a gun.
Right.
You know, who's got a guy like this and he's doing this.
Yeah.
And you're just trying to get him to breathe. You're trying to get him, you know, trying to take them through a scary room. But what a great thing to take people to where the things that they hate and make them laugh at.
Yeah.
You know, what a great thing for some of us. Some people don't like that.
No, some people just like clean and easy, and that's fine too. I mean, there's a great audience for that too. I think one of the unique things that you've always liked to do is you like to go to clubs unannounced, so they don't know you're going to be there. They're not your fans necessarily. They're just people, and then you just drop in and try stuff out.
Yeah, that's the most honest thing, you know. I mean, it's thinking of some analogy where if you turn up all the dials, it all becomes zero again.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're doing your audience, there's also a huge amount of pressure. They're paying more money, and they've been waiting. So you feel this thing of like, this has got to be good. The pressure is really high for those shows. There's support, but those are your customers.
Yes.
So they're just like, let's go. There's enough in the audience. They didn't come to see me. And there's enough in the audience that's just, I can get an honest sense of how this material works. There's some place in Australia, there's a club in Melbourne, and I've done it twice, 20 years apart. And both times nobody had any idea who I was. Like the MC did, he's a comic. So he was like, he said a lot of really nice things. And he said, this guy, what a treat. And he brings me on and the crowd's like, and they're just, I could see them going like this to each other. And I'm doing material that has been killing in large concert venues, and they just don't give a fuck. Like then I found out what's actually, you know, means something to anybody.
So it's different culturally too. Like they'll laugh at things over there that we don't laugh at.
Australia, do you find that?
Yeah.